This that squad sound. This is madness.
What up, though? What's popping? What's going on? You back in the lab with your favorite neighbor, your man, Mark Nash. He is I am he. Another great episode of Breaking Beats. How y'all feel? What's the deal? Oh, man, we got to talk about this real quick. Funny thing happened right here. When I was listening to this, I'm already listening to the news, and they're already trying to spin this kind of crazy, like crazy. I'm going to play this audio from this I think this ABC News lady right here. What's her name? Oh, well, her name is really ain't that important to me. It's really what she said. And we got the Amber Heard statement right here. How y'all feel? I'm just doing a quick little pop-up. See what's up with y'all. How y'all feel? Want to know what y'all think of this verdict. She said, excited. My boy Skins Ren said, I'm glad Johnny won. Abusive women need to be held accountable for. Yo, exactly, yo. Because here's the thing. I'm going to play this audio from this lady right here and what she's saying about this case. And you're going to be like, you're wrong. Well, I thought she was wrong. Sorry, y'all. I'm eating some peanuts. What's good? Listen to what she said, man. Listen to what she said.
I'm just curious, from the number of trials that we've covered that involved sexual assault, sexual abuse, sexual violence, how much is this a setback just for victims' rights and victims of domestic abuse and violence? The fact that the jury found that she is liable here for defamation, that they didn't believe her story. This is not good for women around the country who are sitting back going, there we go again. We just lost a voice here.
No, man, the jury didn't believe her. Now this lady is trying to gaslight something. Y'all heard what she said? She's tripping. This lady is tripping. No. What the jury is saying, we don't believe you. Now, they did believe her on one of the counts. She won $2 million on one of those cases, but she got zero punitive damages. But which I found awkward because at the end, the judge said, okay, we're going to max this out at the statute. It seems like they have on punitive, they're maxed out at $350,000. So even though the jury might have wrote $5 million, it sounds like the judge said it was maxed out at $350,000. We'll follow that later. But did y'all hear that lady saying, no, she don't even want to respect the jury's what the jury said. She really don't want to respect. She was like, women abused, blah blah blah. This is a setback. No, it's not. I hope it's not. If somebody's doing something to you, you call out, you reach out, and you get help immediately. The jury just didn't believe her. It seemed like she perjured herself several times if you was following the case. $2 million for statements said by Johnny H. attorney. Absolutely. But they ruled that he was working on behalf of Johnny Depp, so that's why that's that $2 million. You're right, girl behind the mic. Clip says she's bitter. Hold on, let me. Don't have my glasses. Can't see a thing without my glasses. Oh, there we go. He says she's a bitter woman who thinks that women shouldn't be held accountable. Oh, right. For real, this reporter was out of control. Yeah, the reporter is tripping. So let me put up Amber Heard's statements that she made in regards to this, and let's read it from the top. She said, the disappointment I feel is beyond, let me see. Are y'all hearing this right now? There we go. Okay, because my mic I forgot I had this mic plugged in. Let me do this. Let me unplug this. There we go. And I'll just talk regular right here. All right, sorry about that. All right, she said, the disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. All right. It continues. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women. It is a setback. It sets back the clock to a time when women who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. It takes back the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously. And the last part she says is, I believe Johnny's attorney succeeded in getting the jury to overlook the key issue of freedom of speech and ignore evidence that was conclusive that we won in the UK. I'm sad I lost this case, but I'm sadder still that I seem to have lost a right that I thought I had as an American to speak freely and openly. Yeah, but you can't say things that ain't true. That's what it boils down to. Oh man, this is crazy, man. Let me see what they're saying in the chat. Eric Johnson said, "Gotcha, bitch." Clip, she said, she wants to be able to lie publicly without any formal consequences. Nah, bitch. That's not adult activity. That's childish behavior. Absolutely. Cash Money Johnny, for sure. Girl behind the mic, she said, this actually marks a new era, a call upon men who have been abused by women to come forward. How about that? Amber Heard's statement saying she should have freedom of speech. So basically she's saying she can be verbally abusive and is protected by freedom of speech. I was more shocked that when they brought up that she threw the doo-doo on the bed. We're like, who does that? Or you just throw some boo-boo on the bed? Who does that? Shout out to Karma. She said, I don't even know what this case is about. It's a defamation case. It was a defamation case. And then she countersued him saying, no, you defamed me. So the jury said they both was held liable, basically. But they ruled yes on damn near pretty much everything Amber Heard was saying. Johnny Depp was seeking $50 million. They gave him 15. Yeah. And that everything she said, it was just basically no. The only thing they found her guilty of is a statement that made by Johnny's lawyers. Eric Jones said she was telling lies. Ew, Dookie. He's lucky she didn't get charged with perjury. And bro, I don't think they'll double back, but it's some clips out there if you can pull them up where she has some contradictory statements, and many say she could and should probably get charged with perjury. Did I miss a couple of these up top? She knew she was going to lose. Yo, that statement came out quick, right? Scans Rents. I was like, when did she write that? Yeah, she definitely had something already ready. Hopefully this is the beginning of a new day when corrosive women will finally be held accountable for their BS. Let me see. I'm gonna take a couple phone calls before we get up out of here. Yeah, a little pop-up. Let me see. Let me open this up. Anybody want to call in and give me your take on this? That'd be cool. Other than that, I'll read a couple more of these comments. Yo, Johnny Depp wasn't even there. He didn't even show up today. I got court tomorrow. I don't even go. I think he had something to do in the UK, though. He had another obligation, but he was performing the role of his life in that courtroom, man. He was likable. He was charismatic. He was believable. Even the people that were his witnesses, I think Johnny Depp, who was that? Was that Kate Moss or somebody who took the stand and testified? Supposed to be Amber Heard's witness and was like, nah, he ain't never do none of that. I don't even know why I'm here. I got shit to do today. Y'all doing funny to me. All right, it's my boy 330 early. What up, Mike?
What's up, Big Q? What it do, babe?
We're doing a little quick pop up on this Johnny Depp verdict. What's on your mind? What you think?
Oh man, it was so awesome because I just saw I saw the headline, and me and Cuddy was leaving from somewhere. We was actually talking about stuff like this. We saw the headline and we was like, wow. Hopefully this turns the page. And it was just so crazy. Not to get too crazy, it's like, hey, I'm filing contempt of court charges for similar things in my custody hearing. And it's hopefully people are starting to see that, you know what, women do need to be protected. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should be suffering physical, sexual, or verbal abuse.
Right.
But, okay, this is not a game of playing victim. If someone's abusive, okay, manipulation is abusing somebody and then trying to play victim. And that has really corrupted the dialogue between the genders right now. We've got to do away with it. I'm so happy that Johnny Depp will have some vindication, and it's so sad that there's certain women and there's certain people who the first thing they're doing is trying to act like they're somehow angered by this. This really reminds me about all the women who are celebrating Kevin Samuel's death. You know, listen, accountability is a Karen's kryptonite.
Whew. Bars, go ahead.
And that's just what it is. And and I'm sorry, I'm not attacking nobody personally, or I'm not attacking no gender or no group of anybody. But as adults, if we cannot be accountable for our behavior, we cannot call ourselves adults.
Oh yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Me and Cuddy was just talking about, we were talking about the great OG Kevin, and we was like, now people always act like he was bashing people, but remember, he's an image consultant. All he did was listen to what people said, repeat it back to him, and then give you his take on what you said so you could listen to yourself. And so we're in this day where she wanted this freedom of speech, like you said so eloquently earlier. Freedom of speech doesn't give you the freedom to lie, the freedom to say whatever about somebody. We are in this weird age, this social media age, where people think life is all about tweets and hashtags, where they can get on fake accounts and they can try to defame somebody. But in the real world, you need to be held accountable. How many lives of men and women's lives are being destroyed because somebody just thinks they could say and do whatever they want to? And then when accountability comes in, they cry, play victim, and try to involve a whole bunch of other people and change the narrative. No. Amber, from what I watched of this trial, Amber, you seem to be a very, very problematic person within that relationship. Now, I'm sure there's two sides to all stories, but from the facts that was brought out in the case, Amber, you were the majority of the problem, and those statements that you made in that London magazine wasn't freedom of speech. You were bashing and defaming your ex-husband. And once again, a man is told when we break up with a woman to just move on and try to be as mature and humble about it as possible. We are in an age where women are encouraged to, they can't just leave. They've got to burn everything down and destroy everything. That's got to stop. It's not even to protect the men, because I'm keeping it all the way real. Forget the adults. The reason why I'm stressing that we need to act like adults is because the kids are watching. We've got to stop sending these messed up mixed signals where we teach our young ladies that, you know what? Oh, you're a beautiful queen. You're blah, 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 blah. But if you want to be a sorry bitch, hell, that's okay too.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, man.
Love y'all. Great show, brother.
I appreciate you calling in. Shout out to Mike. All right. Karma Serene said 98% of intimate partner violence is committed by men. This burning desire to see women get what's coming to them is weird and awful to listen to. I don't think it's I'll speak for me. Well, let me get this call. 314, you got the flow. What's your name? Where you from, family?
What's up, Mark? It's Memory.
Hey, Memory. How you doing, my sister?
Hey, everyone. I'm doing good. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Breaking Beat. So we got a verdict.
Yeah, I did a little pop-up on it. We had to talk about it. What's on your mind? What you think?
Well, listen, I got roped into this, and I was following it about week 3, and then I was starting to watch everything. And that's what I wanted, was facts and the evidence. And from the get-go, see, what people don't have to also understand, well, let me just say from my point of view, this whole entire trial has been like threefold, okay? I grew up watching my father get chastised by an angry woman, get pushed to the corner. My daddy got half a finger, okay? I watched my mom bite his finger off. So to me, this is a vindication for men. That's why I'm excited, because there are docile men out there. A man like Johnny Depp's case, his mom was abusive, so maybe he's never dealt with all of these things. I'm not saying Johnny Depp is perfect. I've never said he's an angel. He's flawed. It was a toxic relationship. But the point is, this woman is a vile, toxic energy. She's a pathetic excuse of a human being. She lied on someone. She defamed someone. That's below the gutter belt. It could, if this was a man doing the same thing, I would call him as such. You were the abuser. You physically abused that man, but you twisted everything up. Evidence has come out. We have seen the facts. 7 jurors have deliberated whether people want to be Team Heard, Team Johnny Depp, and I'm not a fan of either or. I'm a fan of truth. Like I said, it's threefold. I've seen how a vile, angry woman, what a vile, angry woman can do to a man, a good man at that. And as a survivor of domestic abuse and violence, I knew this girl was lying. You don't sit up there and talk about my nose was broken. I think. I felt. I thought he grabbed this. I thought. You know for a fact. My issue was over 20 years ago, but I could tell you exactly where each and every domestic violence happened. The verbal abuse.
Sorry.
I could tell you exactly where it's at. So listen, at the end of the day, I was waiting for the verdict. I had faith that the jurors would deliberate. But to me, I'm happy. It's a new era. Every man that's out there that's quiet, you have a voice. Freedom of speech is not governed by defamation. And she's got narcissistic traits to me, traits. Because you write an Instagram article with no responsibility, no accountability, and it's the same thing in your whole entire trial. She took no responsibility and no accountability. So listen, I'm happy. I'm really happy. What I now hope for is that Johnny Depp and his team stick to their guns, especially after an Instagram article, that they don't try and negotiate down. They don't try to say, well, we'll just settle for $2 million or $3 million, that they hold her accountable to that entire dollar amount. And the way I heard it is she cannot file for bankruptcy as the ruling, whoever was to get the ruling, you can't file for bankruptcy. It's in the clause of whatever. So you owe the party that money. So Johnny Depp gets back his $7 million that she conned him. And like I told people, this was a classic case of a sugar baby and a sugar daddy gone wrong. Now I gotta go. That's all. Hold on.
I didn't know he gets the money back that she won in the UK.
No, well, I don't know what she won in the UK. I just know that she got $7 million from Johnny Depp as a divorce settlement. So I'm excited that he's getting $10 million. So he gets his $7 million back because after she took the $7 million, her and her sister were on Instagram celebrating after she got the divorce settlement. When she got the $7 million, they signed an agreement.
She ain't supposed to talk about
anything about anyone. Okay. Exactly. And she did the direct opposite. But my point is with this case is she lied. They're real victims or survivors out here, and she lied. She used the grossest, not even feminine energy, but the grossest analogy to do her hoax. You see what I'm saying? It's already hard for women to be believed in a lot of things, but you took a powerful platform and lied. Now listen, you could have got your money and wanted to get over on Johnny in any other way, any other blackmail, any other stuff, but don't use domestic violence, sexual abuse as your scapegoat. Because some of us here that are not famous or celebrities, we don't even get covered in these issues when we address them or if we want to address them. So I think that's why there's a big portion of people that are also upset, because some people have survived domestic violence and or sexual abuse. It's not a joke. It's not a matter of sitting up there and being combative and saying, well, what I remember is I had a broken nose. I didn't go to get a medical check. It wasn't that serious. That's a lie. Okay? Granted, let's argue this. Not all domestic violence victims will go get medical help, but at some point in time, you have an iPhone and an iPad. You filmed them in the kitchen cabinet. You recorded all the voices. He submitted, I think, 1 or 2 of those recordings. So at some point in time, we should have heard the recording like, I'm sick and tired of you beating me up. And then Johnny saying, sorry, I'll never do it again.
Stuff like that.
At some point, we should have got a picture at some point. Something. But that's just where my passion comes from. I'm happy it's over. I'm glad Johnny could somewhat get his life back. Now I want to go troll Twitter and see if the traditional media is going to retract. They're the poison. They have, ever since this case has been going, I've been watching how they've been covering it because they can't retract what they have said about this fire.
What they were
I want to
saying?
see how. Well, the headlines, they were just crazy, Amber. They say that this is not a way to cut to. They're saying that like the TikTokers and people are making a mockery of a domestic violence survivor.
They don't believe her though. That's the problem though. It's like did you say that to say that's like you saying if you pick on Jussie Smollett, you picking on people who were accused gay people who were abused or doing hate crime. No, it didn't happen.
Right.
It was nothing here. Like it's not the same thing.
See them retract. Well, they were saying to her defense that people are mocking like Amber Heard is a real domestic violence person, and they're saying people were mocking. This is way before the verdict. But now I want to watch them and see how they write their headlines. The traditional publishers of the Kryptonite, because they were writing a lot of favorable articles to Amber, and I get it. Because if this had been won like it's done, that means now anybody can hold them. This is the Washington Post we're talking about. So that means anyone now can hold these traditional medias as well accountable, even though you weren't fired, who wrote it, who had part of it, but this was from the Washington Post. So I get why they were doing what they were doing, but they need to have integrity too.
Listen to this clip I played earlier for the people just got here. I want your take on this lady from ABC News and how she's reacting to the verdict.
Curious, from the number of trials that we've covered that involved sexual assault, sexual abuse, sexual violence, how much is this a setback just for victims' rights and victims of domestic abuse and violence? The fact that the jury found that she is liable here for defamation, that they didn't believe her story. This is not good for women around the country who are sitting back going, there we go again. We just lost a voice here.
Girl behind the mic, react to that.
She's gonna have me out here cussing, okay? Let me tell you something.
Get a little closer to the mic. You sound a little far away real quick. You sound like you got a little. Can
you hear me?
There you go, sis. Go ahead.
Right there. Okay. She got something right, okay? People, the jurors, did not believe her story. You're right, because it's a lie, Heifer. It's a lie. Listen, the jurors have spoken. The evidence and the facts were submitted, okay? And to me, it's so disgusting, because if you ask that same lady, have you ever been a domestic violence victim or survivor or sexual abuse? She's probably one of those that would say no. Because like I said, majority of the blogs I spent my time through this, it was pissed off domestic violence survivors, victims, people that have gone through this that were getting triggered by her lies. We heard her story. It's a lie. Her depositions tell a contradictory story to her story and testimony under oath. She's a liar. She has been found to defame Johnny Depp in her article, meaning that you are a liar. You lied about the whole entire thing. This is just what that means in layman's terms, if you ask me. And so that's why I'm saying traditional media to me is dangerous, because imagine that lady, the way she's saying it. By the time I go to Google and look up New York Times and the Washington Post, they're probably going to be on the same wavelength, which is horrible. This is not a setback. This is actually a pendulum swinging forward. I want to see more men come out. I want to see men be empowered. It is men too, just not me too. I never was with that believe all women. No. I've always said people have the right to come out with their stories and talk, but take it to court, right? Bring the facts and evidence. We'll go from there. But I want to see a Men Too era. I'm ready for it. I am.
Yeah. Good. Hell yeah. I'm all for it. All right. I'm all for it. Well, shoot, we're gonna talk about this a little bit later. We're gonna bring this up, and we're gonna talk about that Monique D.L. Hewley thing. You been keeping an eye on that? What happened with that?
Lord, I did. I see what was going on.
Oh yeah.
No, man.
We're gonna chop it up. And I saw my boy Corey Holcomb tore Monique up last night.
I saw that too.
Corey Holcomb went in. So oh my God. We're gonna play some audio of that too. He went in. But some of that stuff I gotta agree with. You know, like you just going in like that. Where the jokes? At this point, you just seem like you doing rants and stuff. I'm like, shoot, that's some YouTube shit.
Right. And I mean, for everything, there's a time and place. And I don't understand why her time and place was on stage. If I hadn't paid $50 to watch some comedy, because the last 2 years I've been cooped up, you need to make some comedy.
Right.
That's just my thing. That had nothing to do with the people that were in the audience. It was tacky. It was unprofessional. And all these people talking about she needs to be heard. Yeah, I think she has her own platform somewhere. I mean, everybody has access to social media. Go fire up your Facebook with your husband and talk about it. But when you out here on stage on people's money, time, you need to do what they came to watch. Nobody cares about what's going on in the background with promoters and contracts and all that other stuff.
Yeah, and why you bring his wife into it? Talking about his wife is...
Why you bring his wife into it?
His wife, like, she went too far talking about his wife sucking the D of a coward. Somebody told me D.L. Hewlin, mom was actually in the audience that night too. So, yeah, it's just crazy, man. But we're going to chop it up. I appreciate your time.
For sure.
God bless. Peace. Shout out to my sister girl behind the mic. Hey, good call. Yeah, shout out to Lady Shan in the building. Dum season. What's popping? My boy Derek Lincoln in the building. Or as Lady Shan would say, in the bidilson. I always mess it up, but but appreciate y'all pulling up, man. This has been a good one, man. Check the playback. Man, I messed up. I had the video on unlisted for the first 20 minutes of the show, so sorry some of y'all just now getting the alerts. That's my fault, but you can check the playback. Johnny Depp, man, wins $15 million in a defamation case. Amber Heard is awarded $2 million. Now, the $10 million for him is like $10 million community, whatever. It's 15 in total, but I think for the punitive, they're gonna. The judge said she's gonna cap it off at $350,000. That's a big drop. You thinking you getting $5 million? They was like, nah, it's just $350,000. Man, shoot, I'm going back to court. I'll sue you again. But that's it, man. I love y'all. Hope you love yourself. If not, guess what? God loves you, and so does the neighborhood here at Breaking Beats. Check the playback and have a good day. I will talk to you guys later on tonight. We'll be back here tonight. We're gonna talk about this, the Monique, the Steve Harvey, corrosive femininity, toxic masculinity, however y'all want to put it down. And of course, we're gonna get into a little boxing talk in between all of that. So that's it, man. Check the playback, man. Check the playback. Hope y'all have a good time. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
This that squad sound.
This is madness.
Subscribe. I don't care how many subscribers he has. Support him. So he made all this possible. He made this possible.
Man, God made it possible. But shout out to you anyway, Dr. Mark Stone. I'll see y'all on the next one. Pull up tonight, 10 o'clock. I'm going to try to be on time tonight at 10 o'clock. If not, I'll be here at 10:30. All right? But I love you.